art explorers. Today we're going to go under the sea with our draw along. I'm going to show you how to draw 3 different sea creatures, and then we're going to be looking at 2 things in our drawing. One, composition is how something looks on a page. Where does your eye go? What's the focal point? Those sorts of things are part of a composition. The second thing we're going to talk about are warm colors versus cool colors. I used cool colors in my under the sea drawing. Cool colors are blues and greens and purples. Warm colors, of course, are reds, oranges, and yellows, sort of like the sun. So stick around. I'm going to show you how to draw several undersea creatures, and then you get to try your own underwater composition.
All right, friends, grab a piece of paper and a pencil and let's learn how to draw fish. They are so easy. You're going to make sort of a teardrop shape and then add to the pointed end a little triangle for a tail. Now you can make your fish have all sorts of expressions. This fish happens to have a little smile. And fish have different kinds of fins. Like if you have a betta fish, they have really flowing fins. I use some triangles for the top and bottom of this fish. And as a different option, I could easily also just make sort of another triangle. You could add lots of details to your fish, but that's the basic shape. Next up, a whale. Whales are fun and easy to draw. You're going to think about making a rectangle with sort of a pointed end, almost like an upside down speech balloon. I put 2 ovals at the top for their big back tail, and then I just made a straight line for a mouth. And for this whale, I made just a little U shape for an eye, and there's his fin. Jellyfish are also super easy. Start with a half circle and then add those flowing tentacles that go under it. I like to give a little curl on the end to make it look sort of like they're swimming in the sea. Here's how I put it all together. When I was making my composition, I wanted to think about which animal, which under the sea creature was the most important. Where did I want people's eye to go when they looked at my drawing? And I bet you can tell that I wanted my whale, because it is pretty big in real life also. I wanted my whale to be the biggest thing. I wanted people's eyes to go to that whale. Remember I told you you can make silly expressions on your fish? One of those fish looks sort of cranky, doesn't he? I also wanted to fill my page with different things that are under the sea, like seaweed and coral and big rocks. To make things look like they were in front, I erased part of the whale line so the seaweed looks like it's in front of the whale. I kind of made organic shapes and little bits of seaweed all over my paper. And way at the top, I put a boat. I made it small so that the things under the sea would seem extra big. Then I went over everything with Sharpie. Sometimes when I was going over things with Sharpie, I would sort of change the shape of something if I didn't like it. In just a minute, you'll see that in one of those corals, yeah, that guy, I decided to change what he looked like. After I went over everything in Sharpie, I wanted it to look nice and neat, so I erased all of my pencil marks. While I was erasing, I thought about how I wanted to color it. I challenged myself to use cool colors only: blues, greens, and purples. Now I have a whole lot of colored pencil, and if you do, you could use colored pencil, but you don't have to. You might be just as happy with just a pencil drawing. You can see that when I was coloring with the colored pencil, when I pressed harder, it would make a darker color. And when I pressed lighter, it would make it lighter. Colored pencil does take a long time to fill in, and I like to make my colored pencil marks look like they're going in a similar way so that everything is sort of neat, but that's your choice. So here's how it looks all together. I would love to see yours, guys. Make sure you share it with me. Bye.